Hi everyone, my name is Amber and welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. It's week 3 of the Magical Readathon. I'm getting a lot of reading done. It's currently Saturday morning, and the reason I didn't start this vlog on Wednesday was just because I was too busy with work and I didn't really have any reading updates for you because I didn't really do much reading. Now that it's the weekend, I've got some time on my hands. I'm going to record some videos, so I'm kind of half ready, half dressed for it. But I thought I would give you a reading update, tell you about my plans for the coming week, or at least the last half of the week, and then do some reading. I was going to record some videos right now, but the train is outside and it's making a ton of noise in my library room area, so I can't record anything just yet. So here I am giving you a quick reading update. I've got quite a few books on the go at the moment, so this reading vlog is probably going to be a little bit messy, and I also want to start several others, so I'm trying to control myself and not get in the middle of too many books at once. It's quite difficult though because I'm a mood reader and I'm really in the mood to read some thrillers, and I'm only in the middle of fantasy or sci-fi books, so I might have to pick up another book and try and fit it into my OWLs reading somewhere. So I think when I last left you I had read 5 out of my 7 OWLs, or maybe 4 out of 7, and I'm currently working on 2 others. So I'm in the middle of reading the illustrated edition of Harry Potter, which obviously I am really enjoying. I don't have much left of this one, so I'm probably going to finish it tonight. This will count towards my History of Magic OWL. And then for my Herbology OWL, I'm reading The Mirror Empire. I'm buddy reading this with a friend. I didn't originally have this on my TBR, but I saw that she was reading it, that Olivia was reading it on Twitter, and I was like, let me read this with you because I've had it for ages and it's about time that I picked it up. I'm only currently 45 pages in, so I'm a bit behind schedule on this one. I was meant to be 200 pages in by now, but like I said, I've been busy, haven't been doing much reading, so I'm going to be reading about 100 pages of this per day. And then finally the last one that I'm currently in the middle of is one that doesn't count towards any of my OWLs, and that is Once and Future, because I don't think I could fit it into any of the prompts, but I really was in the mood to read it because the sequel came out last week and I want to recap it for recaptions, so here we are. I'm currently 50 pages into this one. It's going slowly because I've only been reading a chapter at a time and I'm not loving it. It's a King Arthur retelling. It's not really a retelling. The main character is a reincarnation of King Arthur, and she's also a girl for one thing, and she's gay. So far the representation in this book has been really good, but I don't really have much else to say about it. It's a bit, I don't know, young YA for my liking, which is fine. Like, young people probably enjoy it, but I'm not loving it right now. I can't really tell you what The Mirror Empire is about because I haven't read the blurb. I don't really know, but I know that the representation in this book is also really good. I think in this world gender is very fluid and it's kind of a normal thing, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that is portrayed in this. I will let you know later on once I know a bit more about it, because at the moment all I know is that the main character has been sent from one empire that's at war to another that's at war, but it's kind of like mirrored, as in it's a parallel universe kind of thing, I get the impression. But I've got high hopes for this one because it does sound really good, and so many authors blurbed it and said it's really epic and original. So I'm gonna get reading now because I can't do any recording while the train is outside. I'll update you in a bit once I've done that. I'm just recording some videos. I've only done one so far and I'm already kind of exhausted, so I'm debating whether to do the rest tomorrow, but I know that I should probably do them today while I've got some motivation. So because I have a few different videos to record, including 2 reviews, I think I'm going to make sure I do 1 review today, which will be my review of Wicked Saints, and then I can do another review tomorrow because the review videos are always the most time consuming and they take a lot of brain power to kind of get my words across. I think I'll be doing that. I do have a reading update though, amongst all of this, and that is I have finished Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I of course loved it. 5 stars as always. This is my first time reading the illustrated edition, and this is my first time reading this book in a few years now. I'm now really in the mood to carry on with the series, except I only own the first 2 books as illustrated editions, so maybe I'm going to have to order the other 2 that are out. I don't know, I'm in a massive Harry Potter mood now, so goodbye rest of my reading. Morning, it's currently Sunday morning and I haven't really done much reading. I've read a little bit more of Once and Future and my plan is to finish it today. I'm currently about 200 pages in and I'm really not enjoying it, guys. It's such a dull, badly written book. I wouldn't say it's the worst book I've ever read. The authors certainly aren't the worst authors I've ever come across, but yeah, I'm not really a fan, and I think I've read something by Amy Rose Capetta before and I don't think I liked that either, which explains a lot. So that's a shame, but I will be finishing it so I can recap it. My plans for today are probably to start Tiger King finally because everyone's been talking about it, and then I also am planning to do a quiz tonight with some friends on Zoom, which will be fun, and I'm thinking about doing that with some online BookShoe friends as well. And that should be really fun, but for now I'm going to have breakfast and then I'm going to finish off Once and Future finally. I'm just about to do some blog Pilates before I do the quiz. I started kayaking, by the way, and it's freaking weird. I've got no idea what's going on. I guess look forward to a full review on next week's vlog, because I imagine I'm going to binge watch the entire series. But I did finish Once and Future, so I thought I would tell you about it. Basically, really didn't enjoy it. The characters were flat, the storytelling was not that great, really wasn't a fan of the writing style, and it just felt very basic, and the plot didn't really go anywhere, and the sort of pacing or balance between the action and everything else was just off, and I didn't like the insta-love. The main character got married like really soon into the book. The main character's wife then got with someone else, and then they got back together. It was just a bit of a mess, so I really didn't enjoy that. I'm gonna go and exercise now. Hey everyone, it is Monday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. I've kind of lost track of the days. I have done a little bit more reading, and I think you're wonky. Let me just fix that. So I've done a bit more reading since yesterday when I finished Once and Future, which I hope I told you about. If not, then I'll put a clip of editing me in here, but I'm pretty sure I did tell you my thoughts on Once and Future. Sorry, someone just walked past my window, and it's just kind of an event at this point because no one ever goes outside. I have read a bit more of The Mirror Empire. I'm now 94 pages in, which is where I was supposed to be sometime last week. It's picking up. I'm getting used to the world building. There's still a lot more that I think I need to learn or kind of get a grip on. So there's that. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really interesting world building. While I'm not attached to the characters yet, I am only 94 pages in. Normally with fantasy books it takes me about 100 pages to get into it. So I'm expecting the same from this one. And I also have started reading The Other Misses, which came out sometime this year. I got this as an ebook. I've been reading it at night because I don't like to turn the lamp on while Quill is sleeping, and in order to get to sleep I need to read, so I've been reading on my Kindle in the evenings. This one is about a woman whose name I can't remember. I think it might be Sally or Sadie. It's an adult thriller, and this woman moves to her husband's sister's house. The sister is dead, and the main character and her husband have to look after her teenage niece. That was a really weird way of saying everything. Basically, the main character has a niece whose mother has died, and so the family go and live with the niece and look after her. One evening, something really awful happens in the neighbourhood and a neighbour is killed. Everyone suspects the new family on the block because I guess that's just the way it is in small towns. And then also, unexpectedly, chapter 3, we switched point of views to a different character who's in love with the husband. So there are two people in love with this man, and I don't understand why. He had an affair with her and she's obsessed with him and has been for years. So I don't really know what's going on there. That kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if it's actually in the synopsis because I don't read synopses for thrillers, so maybe it was there all along, I just didn't realise. So today I'm just working. My vlogs aren't very interesting at the moment because obviously there's nothing I can go out and do apart from exercise, and while I'm running I can't take my camera with me. Last night I posted my review of Wicked Saints on YouTube, and obviously on YouTube, I don't know where else I would have posted it. So that was fun. I did a lot of editing. Tonight I'm going to probably do a bit more editing because I've got one more video to edit. I don't really want to record anything because I haven't washed my hair, and I don't want to wash my hair because I'm going running tomorrow. So I have to plan these things out. Anyone with long hair will know what I'm talking about. So tonight I think I'm going to edit one video, and then we're probably going to play some more Planet Zoo. I don't think I've actually shown you any footage from my zoos because I haven't created any from scratch yet. I'm still going through the challenges and tutorials because I've got this weird thing where I want to go through all the challenges before I go into like the freestyle sort of sandbox thing. It's really good. It's a fun game. It's expensive. I got it on sale, but it was still quite expensive because it's basically brand new. I am really enjoying it. It's just some of the mechanics of it just don't make any sense. It's quite frustrating. However, I'm loving the animal interactions. I'm loving the building and designing. There's so much you can do. Not in these challenges because a lot of them are restricted and you can only do certain things, which is quite annoying. But I am really enjoying it, so I'll put some footage somewhere in one of my vlogs and you can see where I'm at with that. I'm going to do some reading now because I finished work, and then I'll speak to you all again in a bit. Good morning. I have no idea what day it is anymore. I am just about to have some breakfast. I'm going to have some bagels, and then I'm going to try to finish The Other Misses because I read a bit more of it last night and I've got about an hour and a half left. and I don't start work yet, so I might as well try to finish it. I'm having real trouble focusing unless I'm in bed and about to go to sleep, because then I've got nothing else to do. I'm going to try and get into the correct headspace to do some reading. I'm not loving the book, I'm not hating it, it's just kind of meh, which is disappointing because it was one of my most anticipated books of March. I'm hoping it's going to pick up, but at the moment it doesn't really feel very thrilling. It's kind of dark, but not very exciting. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm probably going to quickly read Bird Box because I need to recap it before I read Mallory, because I can't really remember some details from it, and I think I'm getting the movie from the Netflix film and the book confused, so I'm going to quickly refresh my memory on that. I'm also still reading The Mirror Empire. Obviously I'm only 100 or so pages into that. I'm going to read a bit more of that today. Today is going to be 20 degrees in the UK, which is quite warm for us, so I'm going to do some reading outside, which will be really nice. I need to get some fresh air, I think. I have a problem.
Hopefully I can do some things soon, but anyway, let's go through these books and my notes and start following them.
I am really struggling to focus on this book. It's not that it's awful, it's just kind of boring, and I'm so not invested. I don't really care who killed the woman, I don't care how these characters all interlink, and I don't really care that Imogen seems to be a bit of a nut job. And I think the author is trying to make out that the main character has a mental illness, but I don't think she actually does. I think it's all going to be a fake out. My main problem is that I just don't really care, so I'm going to speed through it now. My Kindle says I have an hour left, so I'm gonna go for it and hopefully be done with this thing. Alright, it's Wednesday morning. I don't know, again, I don't know which day it is. I cannot keep track. So yesterday evening I started Bird Box and I've only got about an hour left of it. It's just as fast paced as I remembered. Still a really good book, and I'm really looking forward to finishing it, recapping it, and then starting the sequel at the weekend. I think in terms of this reading vlog, I'm going to finish off Bird Box, give my thoughts upon a reread. Probably end it here because I'm doing a 24-hour weekend reading vlog for Do's 24-hour readathon. I posted my TBR the other day, and so I need to figure out what kind of overlap I want to do, because at the moment I've carried on past my usual Wednesday to Tuesday vlog, but I also don't want to go all the way up to Friday because then I'll be posting a vlog on Friday and a vlog on Monday, so I need to figure that out. For now I'm just going to read my book and I'll get back to you later. One of my neighbours is screaming. Every time I'm up here I get something in my bloody eye. So I'm just editing this reading vlog and I realised that first of all you couldn't see anything just then, and also that I hadn't actually wrapped anything up or told you my thoughts on The Other Misses, so here I am doing that. The Other Misses I'm going to give 2.5 stars. It was a bit boring. I didn't really care about the characters, and then while the author did say some interesting things about mental illness in her acknowledgements, I don't think it really came across that way in the book itself, so that was disappointing. And then I also finished my reread of Bird Box, which I'm going to give 4 stars again. It's not an all-time favourite, but it is very intense and atmospheric, and I really enjoy it. So I'm glad I reread it before I read Mallory, which I'm currently doing now in my 24-hour readathon. Though I wouldn't say it's anything amazing. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you all in my next one in a couple of days. Stay tuned for my 24-hour readathon, which will be going up soon. So many vlogs. Do like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye.